Hi, I'm Tom Fulmer. Welcome to our video blog series here at National Drug Screening. Today I have a guest with me that I'm going to be able to introduce you to, somebody that you may or may not have spoken with if you've had a chance to talk to us. But you're going to get today to meet our VP of Operations, Ms. Julie Floriano. So I figured it was only fair, when I started here at National Drug Screening, Julie here got to interview me, so I figured it's only fair that I get to bring her back and get to interview her. So welcome, Julie. Thanks for joining us today on the video blog series. Appreciate
Thanks,
you
Tom.
sharing with everybody here. Julie's our VP of Operations. She's been here since the very beginning. So why don't you share a few things to get started with us? Tell us what brought you to National Drug Screening in the first place.
Well, my previous experience was with drug testing at another company, which Joe had indirectly owned at some point. And when that company kind of moved into a different lane, I was no longer, in that position. So I contacted Joe to see if he knew of any positions in drug testing because I loved it. So after some going back and forth, he asked me if I'd be interested in running a company for him, and I was right on board with that.
That's awesome. And so you came aboard as a VP of Operations from the very beginning. And so how long have you been with National Drug Screening now?
Since 2013.
Outstanding. So what are some of the things that you do on a day-to-day basis here? Because I know you have experience from a lot of different areas from drug testing. And I think probably operations was a little different probably than some of the past experiences.
Well, at the other company, I started off as an MRO assistant, a medical review officer assistant, which was very interesting because I was dealing with the negative results, the positive results with the donors. And when I came here, it took a different kind of avenue, more involved with the operation of our business, human resources, payroll, hiring, making sure that everything's running efficiently. So it's, encompasses a lot more than what I had done previously.
Right. And I know in the last several years, we've grown dramatically. And that's had its whole new set of things, everything from new technology to many more staff members, things like that. So what are some of the changes, you've seen in the evolution over just the last few years?
Oh, yeah. It's just, going from, Joe and I originally were the only ones. And then slowly we started hiring, new people. So the HR issues increase as far as people being hired and all that's involved with that. Making sure that we have coverage in all areas. So, all those come into play every day, which it keeps my job very interesting.
Yeah, definitely dynamic in the things that we're doing on a daily basis.
Correct.
So since we are, continuing to grow and obviously hiring is a big part of that, what are some of the things you look for when you're hiring, when you're bringing in new team members to join us here?
Well, when I'm hiring somebody or when I'm interviewing, I'm really looking for somebody that would fit into our culture and our team environment. We're very busy. We multitask a lot, so we really have to have somebody that fits into that mold. There's nothing wrong with somebody that doesn't, but we are busy. We do diversify tasks. There's a lot to know in drug testing. So we look for people that, that want to learn, have an eagerness to learn our industry.
Right. So, as we continue to grow and expand, you have lots of different personalities and lots of different things that we deal with as far as integrating that. And I know you have a lot of experience coming from that, kind of point of view. So are there any things that really stand out as far as behavior traits or things that people should we should be looking for?
Yeah, I think it's just somebody that is a very flexible person that really can be working on multiple tasks at one time and understand how to handle priorities and what's a priority, and if they don't understand what the priority is, to contact somebody in management to ask them. I think that's one of the most important things. And people working independently, although we have a very supportive management team here, we really need people that can function independently in their roles.
One of the things I really liked when I first came on board was the idea that's the no drama type policy. And the big thing is a positive attitude, because I think most of the people that are in the company, I think we're up to around 20 staff members now, and it's the positive attitude, it's the willingness to learn that's just so huge. because most people that have started had no experience in the drug testing industry to begin with. So I mean, that's really not necessarily important to have the past experience, is to have the right attitude.
Right. I mean, most of the people that we have come in for applications or for jobs have no experience at all in the drug testing industry at all, and we train them from scratch. And you know, like you said, Tom, it's their personality, you know, that their willingness to learn, that they're adaptable, that type of thing is really crucial in these roles.
And that's one thing I've found that I really enjoy the environment. I really enjoy coming to work every day, and you're a big part of that. You were very, very helpful. I know when I first came on board, you know, learning all the different systems, because, you know, you had the experience where you did basically everything, so you had to know all of the different components, and that gives you a different perspective as well. So really appreciate, you know, the leadership that I saw for me and that I've seen for the team. I know they do as well. So tell us a little bit about you personally, and kind of outside of work. What kind of things do you like to do? I know you used to do some different things. You were a dancer at one time. And,
I was a professional dancer for most of my life. I started dancing when I was about 2 years old, until I was probably 30, and it was ballet. So I traveled around and did, you know, performances like the Nutcracker and that type of thing. I was a ballerina. I've also, on the other side of that, I used to race cars legally in Connecticut, drag racing. So that's kind of a whole different, you know, side of me. I have been in Florida since 1988. As I said, originally from Connecticut. Have an amazing husband. I have 2 daughters. 3 grandchildren that, of course, I'm very proud of. So, you know, that's my outside. Really just, you know, love to spend time with family.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We really appreciate you taking the time to share a little bit and get to meet everybody, because I know a lot of times they don't get to meet you one-on-one out there, and so it's great to be able to connect with some of the other people here at the company. So thank you for sharing that. Really appreciate all of you tuning in to our video blog series. Just want to let you know how much we appreciate Julie here. She does a great job of keeping everything together. She handles so many things, and she's one of those people that you can really count on, that if you need something done, she's going to follow through and get it done. And that's really what we look for, you know, here at National Drug Screening, people that have that kind of mindset, and she's done a great job of setting an example for that. So thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks, Tom.
Appreciate it. Make sure you tune back to us for our next video blog series. We will meet more team members. You'll also get great information on a lot of different topics related to drug testing. Visit us at www.nationaldrugscreening.com. Click on our blog and check out all the answers that you can find there.